All right, guys, let's do a little forward outlook for this coming week, right before Super Bowl runs off. Now, to be honest with you, I already did this once and recorded it, and then I found out my audio was muted. So if it seems like I'm rushing, it's just I've already done this. So what we're looking for is on our yearly 395.47 is our point of control, 428.03 is our upper value area. We did run our buy stops here at these relative equal highs, and we dug into this displacement down, right, for the second time. What I'm personally looking for is our imbalance, our BISI right here that we created. I'm looking for this to hold. So in the futures market, that level is 40.50, right? That'll be our pivot moving forward. And then for SPY, that's this low here, which is 402.35. That needs to hold. If it gives out, we're gonna run down these sell stops. So we're looking for a premium draw on liquidity, and if you have been paying attention in the prior videos or in the Discord, this is our premium draw on liquidity right here. Okay, so that's this large impulse down that never mitigated this imbalance. It poked in through, but it didn't mitigate it. So we're looking to get up in here, and then we will create some consolidation to reject down. I think that will put us in place for the ultimate bull trap, just like this put us in place for the ultimate bear trap. And that's not the only thing that put us in place for the ultimate bear trap. It was the mother of all trend lines, right? When we broke through whatever, this area, right? Everyone was looking for a rejection here. Boom, ran them out. So now we know they're trapped down here. They have been feeling some pain, which is what keeps us running up. If we look on from a volume profile perspective in ES, we can see how almost all these P-shaped days, right, finishing near the highs on the impulse is followed by a B-shaped day, which is just mitigating that. So as you can see here on this Friday, how we pushed up, and then we didn't just come down and mitigate right here. We came down through a 50% equilibrium of the entire move. Okay, and we continue to do that. See how this goes right there, and then this move from this swing low up to here did come down, and it actually dug in more than I would like to have seen it, because what I was looking for was 40.90 to hold, with 40.50 being our pivot, and we did get as low as 40.59. Okay, so this is the first time where I've seen it truly dig in a little further than I expected, but based on how this is a V right here, and we still finished above our point of control, I think that was just a little bit of a trap, right? Because normally we have been digging in, instantly exploding out, dig in, instantly explode out. This time we dug into what this action was, failed to explode out, and then dug higher. But if you have a short-term mindset, you're going to completely forget about this move. So this was a little bit of trapping action. It should give us the momentum we need to push up into that higher level. It does take place right here. Okay, so this is how I'm going to play it. And until the structure gives out, we have to remain long. Okay, as much as we want to short, we have no business trading up at those levels, but it could take place. And that would take place right around, it'll take place above 428.03 on SPY. We'll actually push up into 435. Crazy, right? I know. Let's take a look at some other names. We're going to take a look at Apple real quick. We are above our dark pool level. We did run out all this buy side, and we came up into here. We did not mitigate this candle, which also coincides with our yearly upper value area. That's 165.33. So that is a target that I would look to have. 146.85 is our yearly point of control, and we do have this gap down here that takes place at 146. Okay. I really don't like filling that gap. I actually, to be honest with you, I don't like even trading past this level here. That is 147.83. So if we lose 147.83, I'm not targeting just this gap fill. I'm actually looking for 143.45. That's a perfect level to cover a short or to pivot and go back long. Just because this imbalance here was traded back into, right, dug in, and then we made our move higher. So ultimately, Apple is trying to get to 165.33, and that's when you can pivot back short, looking to run out some levels. Let's take a look at NVIDIA. That's been pretty strong lately. Nvidia, major move off of the lows, and it has pretty much ran out all liquidity and filled in this gap here that took place on 4.8. But you still have one above here from the 5th, right? And that was a close of 259.31. And we are looking for, well, where'd this high go? All the way up to there. So this one's a tricky name because you could say, okay, 195.36 should hold. That'd be a back test for upper value area. And that would look like here. I don't really like that myself. I think that if it's going to come down and drop, it just needs to mitigate this imbalance here. This is a BISI, so come back down to let's say 204, 205 level. Okay, if it can hold 205, then you'd be looking for continuation up into this gap fill here. It's kind of dangerous because it's trading at such a premium level right here that this isn't something that I would trade myself. Okay, I haven't been on Nvidia in a while. I did buy commons around 140, and that's just long port stuff. I'm not even looking to day trade those. This high here, I really don't see us running that. I think right now we're just pumping on the fact that there's some AI exposure there. So we'll take a look at Tesla. And for Tesla, we were buying at 120 in the Discord, and we sold at, I think, like 175. Maybe it was like 170. So we missed out on all this way back up to 200. But who would have ever thought we'd go from 100 to 200 in like 1 month, right? It's pretty insane. Now it wants this gap fill here, which was 265, which is kind of crazy. We have our 200 SMA at 225.97 and a large amount of overhead supply at 242.12. So, I mean, the structure, it's just continuation, gap up, continuation, gap up. Sometimes it'll retrade back into the imbalance, but I'm not really feeling comfortable with a long here. Especially with this major gap back down at like 147. So, or what official level is this? It's close. 144.47. Yeah. So, if you are looking for continuation, what you'd like to see happen is 193.87 needs to hold, but preferably this candle's low right here needs to hold. All right, that's 183.69. That's 13 points off of where we're at right now. And that major volume supply node, right, is at like 172.24. So I would feel much more comfortable just waiting to see how it plays out. If it can come back down into this area, I don't mind buying more commons. I don't mind, taking a stab at a long here with like some long calls. But, it seems to me that it does want to run up to this level. And I just feel like trying to catch a knife in this name, it's going to be a little hard to do based on the volatility. The IV's crazy on it because it is trading in such a massive range. So anyways, that's Apple, Tesla, Nvidia, and we should look at one more. I'd feel let's look at EMF because that is a name we have been trading. Enphase. So we longed this at 220, came down to 202, 201.68. Yeah, we're right in this lower value area now. Let's delete some of this off the chart. Okay, clean it up. So I still like this name right here, right at this price point. It's perfect for a long. I do not care that it has these displacement candles up and down, because to me, like, okay, this displacement up was just a kind of like a giant mitigation block. I still think it wants up here. I think it wants 290. But what's going to happen is Enphase isn't going to go until energy begins going again. And as we can see, energy's been a terrible trade right now. But we are nearing the top of our risk on environment, I should say. right? We are nearing the top of that. And I think once we hit that premium draw, we'll begin to see names like this be a safe place for people to put their money back into. Really like end phase, especially for commons here. All right, I'll catch you guys next week.